Now this next one we got, Miss Terri Harper, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, she always trying to bring that energy, she definitely has and when I say that energy, I mean very positive energy, if you go to her Instagram, she definitely be getting those squats in, she loves showing that. So, shout out to her. But you know what? She's always game every time, that's the one thing I can say about her. She definitely, tries to put it on the line. To me, it seems like she fights, a lot of tough opponents. I definitely got to give that to her. Don't want to take nothing from her. I believe that she fought Natasha Jones, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Very game opponent. Obviously she got in there with Miss Alicia Baumgartner, and I'm sure that took her game to the next level, right? They always say it's better to fight tougher opponents and get beat up than to be bullying opponents who have no business even being in the ring with you, which is factual. What is the point of that? What are you learning from? Where are you growing when you get in there? So shout out to her, getting in there with Miss Alicia Baumgartner, and hey, getting knocked out but coming back stronger. That's one thing I always say, guys. Win, lose, or draw, get back in the gym. It's a lifestyle, and that's how you could really tell who's really about it. You got some fighters, oh, they don't look good or whatever, and they don't come back. You know what I mean? They lose that fire. It's like you were never a fighter in the first place. It was for what you look like and things of that nature. But I mean, bro, in sparring, you win some, you lose some. First of all, it's not even a competition. Sparring is for you to learn anyway, right? But you gonna give out ass whippings and you gonna take ass whippings. So it's the same way when you get in there, man, and you're fighting things of that nature. So I gotta tip my hat off to her for, even after the, what she went through with Alicia Baumgartner, a very strong opponent, coming back stronger, still, remaining a champion, things of that nature, champion mindset. So shout out to her. Right now, we got her versus Caroline Dubois coming up. That's going to be a tough one. Like I said, she fought Alicia Baumgartner. Caroline Dubois fought, Bo, Asian young lady. They're actually switching opponents now. So, I mean, obviously this is not you can't tell, oh, well, she knocks her out, then she's better than her. I mean, you can't really see that, at the end of the day, they got to face each other. They got to get in there and go at it. And that's how we're going to know what's up. But, salute to both the young ladies, getting busy. I know that Terri Harper has had some injuries in her hand, and she still come back, still strong, solid than ever. Love her energy, gotta love the UK, respect to her, that's all I could say, regardless of, everything that she's went through. She's a trooper, and you gotta always, tip your hat to anybody willing to get in that ring. A lot of people talk that talk, but they're not willing to make that walk, So shout out to anybody who is. Let's get it.
And the long drop in the ocean, beware of the riptide, broken glass and train lines. It's